Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. I know we've got some participants that are on this webinar across the globe, and all welcome. As Chef Steve has just alluded to what we are going to be discussing on this webinar today. Firstly, introduce myself. I'm Chef Andy from International Culinary Studio. I'm the Group Executive Chef, and next to me is Chef Steve. He's one of our chef instructors that look after our global and students that are doing our online program. So again, it's quite an interesting topic that we're going to be discussing today, and it's something that we have been sort of gearing up with, and also been doing a lot of research with regards to how AI, artificial intelligence, is going to assist or be part of our lives as chefs. And we decided to put this forum together with regards to coming up with some ideas and also understanding more about it, because, you know, with us working in the industry, do we have time to actually take on this so-called beast or animal? But I think definitely this will assist us as chefs in the future, and if we grasp it now. So in International Culinary Studio, we put together this bootcamp for chefs, introducing and explaining, and also a bit of a participant and a practical basis of how you can best use it within the industry, and also for yourself, or even self-enrichment, and also to take away all the time spent trying to think for yourselves, where you've got this aid and the help of artificial intelligence. So we're going to go, myself and Chef Steve, we're going to talk about it, and please do ask questions via the chat, and we will answer as we go along. And literally, this conversation is what we feel and how we perceive it, and what it will mean, and also for now, and also going into the future. So Chef Steve, do you want to start off with maybe one of the questions that we possibly
Sure. I think we're going to start off with saying this is not about replacing chefs with robots. This is about how we can use this tool to become more efficient in everyday careers in the culinary world. And by utilizing this tool, this powerful tool, and the way that we utilize it is going to be very important moving forward in the future for us to be successful and efficient in the kitchen and everyday life. So we've got some questions that we're going to ask each other, and again, we want to invite you to ask questions throughout the webinar, and we're more than happy to discuss them at the end as well. Hey? So, Chef Andy,
yes,
what inspired your International Culinary Studio to create the AI Bootcamp specifically for chefs?
Good question, Chef Steve. So this sort of long-term goal with regards to International Culinary Studio, as you well know, we are an online platform teaching or educator, and this year we're 10 years young, and we are also, been in this space for quite some time. Right in the beginning, when we started this business, with people asking, chefing online, how do you do this? How can you do this? And it's taken a few years, and with a lot of minds put together, and also a dedicated team that we have putting all the material together for us with regards to the input that we have as chefs for the industry to make it a lot more user-friendly. But yes, definitely the way the future is definitely using AI in some form or way in order to make the lives of chefs a lot easier, more professional, and also keep them up to speed of what's going on around the world with regards to trends. So yeah, definitely. And we travel in the space of AI, and we hopefully will educate and also inspire to follow suit. So yeah,
fantastic. Thanks.
All right, Chef Steve, I've got a good question for you. So how is AI changing the hospitality and culinary industry right now?
Well, fantastic question. I think what AI is doing for us is doing all the jobs that we as chefs do manually on a day-to-day basis, it can do for us in a more efficient and clinical way that sometimes we don't have the time or maybe the mental capacity after a 14-hour shift in the kitchen, writing menus, costing them, getting the ingredients of leftover ingredients and what we're going to do and how we're going to and special it off. AI has the ability to give us those options and give us different ways and views of doing things like that. So I think it is a very serious new platform that chefs around the world need to consider using. And I guess if they don't, they'll be left behind in the dust for those that are doing this.
Okay, yeah, so that's quite interesting. And you know, you said right in the beginning, you know, this artificial intelligence, it's not here to replace the chef.
Absolutely not.
You know, it's going to give us the tools to build our confidence, and also how we integrate it into our everyday work or job that we have, to make it easier, and also to be at that point where you could lead in the industry with regards to the assistance of AI. No, well done. That's absolutely fantastic.
And I think you sort of answered to a point. My next question is, if you're worried about AI replacing you as a chef, you know, you've probably seen on social media and the internet, robots creating dishes, pizza, omelets at a station on the buffet, on a production line. That's not the case. They don't have that creativity, that passion,
personal touch,
and the emotion that comes with being a chef. They are there only to take things from the internet and evolve in the way that you prompt. So it's not going to replace you. It's going to work alongside you as maybe a digital sous chef, potentially.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, we all need one of those in our lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good analogy. Also, you know, with regards to having that, you know, the AI assistance with the kitchen, and also what it can do for you. With this AI bootcamp that we have, it's quite exciting. There's quite a few activities on it that one can actually partake in, and also it helps you understand more of what you can do to make your life easy in the kitchen. And it's not there to replace you, as you say, and it's not like the robots that you did allude to, the restaurants that have had these robots that are tossing the big woks and flipping burgers. This is a total different format that we want to discuss and also educate out there in the chefing realm. So good, yeah. So on that, let's talk about menu planning. How would you see that working for you?
So I guess what we discussed yesterday about this menu planning, I guess when you are to prompt the AI to plan a menu, you would say, and this is about utilizing the AI, is the gift of successfully prompting it. The more information, the more detail that you provide, the better the AI's response is going to be in order to what you are asking it to do. And in regards to menu writing, for instance, you could say, hi, we're a chef, we have a 120 seat capacity restaurant. It is February, it's late summer. We live on an island in New Zealand. What are the dishes or ingredients that are ready available now? What's cost effective? And input that into your AI, and it will spit out, you know, so many starters, so many mains, so many entrees, and it just gives you an idea to use, not completely, but it gives you that sort of platform to make it easier to generate a menu. Obviously, sometimes you get writer's block or chef writer's block at the end of the day, where nothing's popping in your head.
Yep.
And sometimes I even I used AI last night to write a menu for my children who are very picky. I put in that they don't eat this, they don't eat that. They don't eat mincemeat, and it came up with a 2-week menu plan with a starter, a main, and a dessert in 2 seconds. And I went, fantastic, you know. And that's the ability to prompt it correctly is so important. to what it gives back to you. So I was excited about that, because when you come home from work, the last thing you want to do is try and create a menu off the bat after you're tired. And AI is there to help you achieve that easily and quickly.
Oh, well, that's actually super hearing that from you, because I know a couple of days ago you were quite skeptical on how this is all going to put together and how it's going to work. And I'm actually quite elated this morning that you've come and you've used it. But it's for the better.
A chef that can't feed his children is,
Well, yeah, that's one obstacle. However, you did say that, chefs fatigue, you work a busy day and you having to still think about a menu that, for example, a wedding that's coming up, and there's certain dietary requirements and so forth. And this tool can assist you and also make your life a lot more easier, and gives you more time to become productive and not sit, as you say, like the mental block when you sit in front of the computer after a busy shift and you staring into the abyss. But yes, I think with that, and I think you proved it now that you've attempted it, you planned it, but it's also key with what you feed it, is what you put into your search, and how define or it is in order to get your output.
Absolutely.
Because there is so much that is available on the internet and the World Wide Web. It will gather all this information, but the more we interact with it, the better the quality and also the information coming out is what we're looking for. So,
and I'll put my hand on my heart and my chest and say, look, I was very skeptical about it. When scrolling on social media, just wasting time. It's AI everywhere. Learn this and succeed. And I was so, I guess, against the idea. Why do we need it? Why do we need to rely on computers so much for everyday life? But now, given that example of it helping me with the menu writing for my children, I can see the benefits, reaping its rewards, it's so, so effectively and so quickly as well. It relieves that, I guess, anxiety, a little bit of anxiety, but stress that you can build up.
Exactly.
And having that tool, having AI as a tool, which it definitely is. It's not a replacement. It's a tool that we need to grasp and understand. It's moving mountains at the moment for us.
Correct.
As chefs.
Yeah. When you say that, also with regards to with chefs with mental and physical and the whole stress part of the job itself, as we all know, in some busy restaurants, in busy hotels and whatever hospitality outlets, whether it be catering, there are those parts where we find it very difficult to actually maintain and manage ourselves, where this is also a tool that you can use to assist one of what do I need to eat, what do I need to drink, and formulate a little program for
mental health and well-being.
And for chefs, I think that is absolutely fantastic, because you can input your own feelings and what you enjoy into that, and in turn give you an idea of what to and how to manage all those that you are feeling at the time.
Fantastic.
And I think that is actually one key, and it's also personal too. And that is great, because you can always go back to it, and you can make it a day, 2 days, 2 weeks, make it a roster or something to prompt you to say, listen, you need to have this, hey Andy, you need to have this energy drink, or you need to have this beer at this. I didn't say that. So it can manage your lifestyle too, with regards to being in the industry. And I think that is also one of the greatest parts of being a chef, is this can assist you and give you the ability. Also, with regards to learning, what can it also do, this AI, and also the applications you can use. And we know we all sit and we hear about food costing, and we go, still got to sit and do food costing, and I've just formulated this beautiful menu, but now I need to cost it. And maybe if you can, your understanding, how do you think that would work?
Well, I guess back in the day we had spreadsheets. You know,
I love those.
and it would formulate, you know, the unit price, the cost price, and then you also the sell price.
Yeah.
And the ability to use AI to do that for you really takes that work out, and it spits it out in a matter of seconds. So you're talking about, I don't know for you, I can speak of it on your behalf, but for me, it would take me, you know, many moons to get it correct, get it right. And also you could also input what have we been selling most, what dish is the highest seller, what dish is the not so desirable, do we need to get rid of it, and do we need to upsell, or how can we ensure that we're making money where we're making money, and we're stopping to lose money where we're losing money, I guess. And that's what AI can do as well. It can look at your cost of sales, it can look at what's been sold on a monthly basis, and it will tell you the statistics around it, and you can make definite effective changes to your menu and your cost of sales right then and there, without having to go through all the arduous paperwork and
physical part of it.
Yeah, and so that's exciting. It's the exciting element of I guess what that does is it takes away, it gives you more time to focus on what you really would like to focus on, which is making key decisions, effectively managing your kitchen brigade, being part of the team more, because you're not sitting behind a computer so much. So the options are limitless in terms of what it can provide and help you with in an everyday chef's environment.
No, that's excellent. However, I also need to stress and say that even though we have this assistance with the AI platform, however, we need to do spot checks. Yes. Remember, this is artificial, and we have to have, but it still cuts down the timing that we would spend, as you're saying, the tedious sitting in front of the computer, inputting all the prices, and so this can work out all the and all the little bits that you want to know. This can actually give you all the answers. So it analyzes from your cost all the way through to your selling point. It does a sales mix, what's working, what's not working, so you can work it out from there. And even products that are sitting on the shelves in the freezer, or in the chiller, or in the pantry. And
what do we do with those?
Exactly. You know? And that's the chef's nightmare when they go in and see the same products every single day, and you have that menu fatigue block that you cannot get over. Oh, this can help you. You just input, and it will give you ideas and inspire you in doing something with those products. And I think that is absolutely fantastic. And I think for those chefs who are out there that don't know about it, it's one of the key points. It just inspires you and also makes you want to do something different. And, you know, we were chatting about the other day, the young chefs that are coming up in this world, they've pushed this envelope with regards to plate presentation, the way they turn fresh produce into something out of this world, and people are wild about it. And now it also gives us the opportunity as chefs now also to awaken those little thoughts that we have. We want to be there and to inspire us to do that. And it gives you that opportunity to become creative, and also in this artificial intelligence AI world that we're living in at the moment, especially for chefs.
I guess what we've been talking about, we've been upping AI. We've been saying all the fantastic things about it, but I guess we need to also discuss, you know, the certain drawbacks of AI.
Absolutely. Well, having said that, and with regards to having to check it all the time, you have to go through it. And unfortunately, with it being artificial intelligence, it still needs the human factor in it, and also a glance over to make sure, and don't just take it for granted that what it puts out. And I'm not saying it just throws out rubbish all the time. It does. Possibly 90% of the time is perfect. However, we still need that human factor going through it, checking it once more.
The human emotion, I think, as well.
Oh,
you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, we definitely need that.
We'll give you an example. I guess we put it into AI. green eggs and ham. No, Sam, I don't like green eggs and ham. No, I don't like green eggs and ham. Yes, I do like green eggs and ham. And then we asked, does Sam like green eggs and ham? And the AI came back and said, no, it doesn't. Like, he doesn't like green eggs and ham, because it read that input of no collectively over and over and over with one yes. So it generated no. In fact, he doesn't like it. So that's sort of the drawback, I think, in terms of incorrect prompting to find the correct answer. Yeah.
And we said earlier on as much as you feed it, the more information it gathers. With regards to the, in chefs, I think the more we explore and put information into it, the better it will be for us.
Well, it's like training yourself to use it effectively, right?
And just in essence, we're absolutely also educating AI at the same time, because this is what we want, to have a broader base to work off. So that's absolutely interesting to hear all these points that we're talking about, and also where's it going to leave us for the future? Where do you think this will lead to one day?
Well, it's certainly not going to create a Terminator and start taking over the world and firing missiles, I hope. But I guess where it will lead us will be, I guess, more of a functionality where chefs are able to focus on more key aspects day-to-day life. They can focus on more family life as well, which is important. Mental health and well-being, again, very important to have that stability, that balance. In your life, because you've heard of chefs burnout, right? And it happens all too often. The body and the mind just gives up, but overworking and the hours and not being able to see the family and things like that. I have young kids, and this AI is exciting for me to be able to take hold of, utilize, in order to maintain that healthy balance of work and home life. So I guess that's one element, is where it's going to lead us. It's going to lead us into a positive trajectory in the future for the shipping industry.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that as well. With regards to tech savvy with the chefs out there, and some embrace it and some don't have the time for it. And I think, especially in today's, where we are today with regards to social media and taking food photography and posting, your work of arts that you've created is becoming a lot more popular. It's becoming sort of a demand, as in AI has taken over all of that and have made it into a reality. When you look at the food coming out of this, or photographs, it's just comes to life.
Can't even tell if it's real or not.
Well, this is it. And what do you believe and what don't you? But I think going forward with that, with the technology, it's only going to get better. And absolutely. I think more and more chefs who use it and input their knowledge and ideas into it will actually be worth the while to stay.
What kind of support will the students receive when they enroll in the AI Bootcamp for chefs in the industry?
Well, they can
from us. Sorry, the International Culinary Studio.
I was just going to say they can Google that.
Yeah.
So as us being an online platform, with regards to the students or the individuals that go onto this bootcamp, this AI Bootcamp for chefs, there's a lot of factors in there. There are checkpoints. It's self-guided. It's you go through it yourself. Self-directed. It takes approximately about 20 hours to do, but in your time. But yet again, there are points in there that possibly we haven't touched on today, and there's just so much AI. We can talk about this until cows come home. You say that, but I will go through a little later on, or just now, on what you can expect to see on this program that we're going to launch soon. And also for those who do sign up and pay today, can get one, so buy one get one free, so you could offer it to your colleague or your friend industry. And we just all in spreading this new term, boot camp for chefs, utilizing artificial intelligence in our lives, in the kitchens that we work, and also to make it a lot more easier and user-friendly and efficient for us as chefs.
Cool. Well, thank you so much to everyone that's joined us today, and we hope to see you see how AI is not here to take away the craft of being a chef. It's here to enhance it. Okay, the AI Bootcamp for Chefs is your chance to get ahead of the curve, and it's happening right now. Learn how to confidently use AI in a daily kitchen operations and become a more valuable and fast changing hospitality industry. So what we're doing at the moment, we're launching for the first 100 enrollments a chef special for $19.99 US dollars for those first 100, and then after that it goes up to 100 US dollars. So it's a great opportunity to jump on it now whilst that offer is still out there. Hey,
fantastic. Yeah. So, well, yeah, just on having said that, we definitely look forward to seeing you on our program. And also, if there are any questions that you may have, you can give us it in the chat part of the webinar. If we want to have a little bit of a discussion, please go ahead. We'll just wait a few minutes for that. We'll get all your heads together. In the meanwhile, I can just give you a little bit of a taster of what you could find in this bootcamp for chefs utilizing AI. So there's AI for inventory and food costing, which is or cost optimization, which is quite important. Applying AI to customer insights. It's also, what your customer enjoy, and also, we always think what we put on the menu is what our customers want, but this also helps you generate some new ideas. And quite funny enough, there's another one here, culinary music composition with AI, and that's quite interesting. Anyway, that's
the fighting over the radio in the kitchen.
Yep. And one also, as we touched on earlier on, is care for yourself and for your family. Create an AI mental and physical health plan. And I think that's quite important too. So this gives you an insight on what expect on this program. And as I said, it should take about 20 hours to complete. There's also, as much as you want to put in, there are checkpoints, and just to make sure that you understand it. And as I said, just email us if you have any further questions and any further information that you may be needing. By all means, contact us. And if you have any questions, please
get in touch.
Get in touch. If not now, then maybe just down the line. And don't let your AI take over the conversation. Okay, that's it. Well,
thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, Chef Steve, for spending some time. And we will see you on our program. Okay, cheers, everybody.